Shocking and hectic out here in Holmby Hills at one of Sean Diddy Combs' homes. We were first on scene as it all unfolded.
Stunning and chaotic around here in High Slopes at one of Shad Diddy's homes, we were first on scene. As everything unfurled, we came squarely in the center of the guard of around 40 secret policing, close to big, you put sweltering on. God stand close to the battle on the off chance that you need right, you still close to mates, still close to work, look puffy, may be the objective for anyone going no place gracious. You got to hear this on the grounds that the show around Diddy simply continues to stack up with each new scoop. Appears as though Diddy may be timing in some serious hour at court. Before long engaging it out, big time thanks to his eternity opponent and persistent issue for him, Mr. 50 Penny murmurs are flying that Diddy's having to deal with some weighty RICO penalties. For a long time 50 and Diddy have been throwing conceal at one another, yet with this supposed RICO circumstance preparing, it sort of appears as though 50 is going to catch a success over Diddy. And folks, the soil on these RICO charges, they're looking really amazing. Would chat about substance dealings, extreme abuse, and a lot of other obscure demonstrations. Diddy's truly up to speed in a tempest way over his head, and things are simply going to twisting from here. So we should plunge into every one of the succulent subtleties. Will we? What they're searching for is proof of schemes for possibly cash, which could reinforce their relinquishment case. Okay, so here's the scoop, yet we should keep it fast. Diddy's trapped in a tempest, and 50 Penny is having a field day jabbing tomfoolery and focusing a light on a portion of Diddy's less realized, obscure dealings, including some serious country security dramatization. In spite of their notable hamburger, not every person realizes that 50 once admired Diddy in any event. Longing for marking with terrible kid records anyway, Diddy careful about 50's hoodlum rep, particularly after Big Deal's grievous end, said no this censure from Diddy, in spite of 50's monstrous achievement. And bad to the bone picture sort of ignited a ceaseless resentment in 50, transforming him into a definitive shade ruler. Quick forward, 50 still on that resentment train, hauling Diddy for a wide range of things, even private life allegations, and guaranteeing Diddy abused 50's child mom. Definitely things got very private, driving 50 to go similar to petitioning for guardianship. So it's something other than a quarrel. It resembles a legendary adventure of shade and retribution, all due to a long-held harshness. And there you have it, show that is too wild to be in any way genuine. Now 50 Penny is truly inclining things up, promising to spill every one of the insights regarding what is happening. He's humming about how the federal authorities are probably hitting Diddy with RICO charges, which is gigantic in light of the fact that the bits of gossip propose this entire Diddy difficulty is only a piece of a bigger connivance puzzle. RICO charges, for the people who probably won't be recognizable, are the serious weapons examiners used to bring down criminal organizations focusing on the evildoers, as well as the huge managers. And surprisingly, real organizations that may be in on the activity. What this basically implies is that the federal authorities accept they have, to the point of contending that Diddy is messed up in some truly frightful systematic human double-dealing and tax evasion. This isn't whenever Diddy's name first has been murmured simultaneously as a few serious charges. Recall the claim from the one who guaranteed she was too youthful when she had a sickening experience with Diddy and his group. She likewise blamed terrible kid records for being a cover for criminal operations in any event. Connecting Diddy to the famous Stark Mafia family, this all binds back to 50 Penny's case about Diddy having to deal with these RICO penalties. Soon is really captivating that 50, who's been diving into the BMS story for a dramatization series he's delivering, may very well have within scoop on this wreck. It's a tangled snare of claims and allegations, making the show among 50 and Diddy individual, as well as a feature of a greater account that is unfurling continuously. Curiously, Candace Owen mixed the pot by recommending the country security raid on Diddy's manor. Was all the more a redirection. She tweeted that while the federal authorities made it seem as though they were getting serious. Diddy was truly being set up as the substitute to protect the genuine top dogs in the background. As per her, the assault was tied in with killing proof, not uncovering it. Repeating this feeling, 50 Cent ranked in scrutinizing the quietness of Diddy's circle, implying he had accounts that could totally expose everything. The buzz on the road proposes that those associated with these supposed crook ventures are power players significantly more compelling than Diddy himself, which is a remarkable assertion considering Diddy's tycoon status. Enter Clive Davis and Lucian Grange, two magnate at the zenith of the music business, with Clive as the boss imaginative official at Sony Music and Lucian helming General Music. Their impact is unparalleled, highlighted by Lucian's acknowledgement as the most impressive individual in music on numerous occasions. The ties among Diddy and these industry Goliaths run profound flashback to Diddy's initial days in tune turning at Uptown Records. Under Andrew Harrell, anyway, it was Clive Davis who was the monetary muscle behind Uptown, situating Diddy for early achievement. That is until a deplorable occasion at a show Diddy elevated prompted disastrous misfortunes. And Diddy ensuing shooting. However, at that point, Clive Davis took a urgent action, deciding to back Diddy and Awful Kid Records, a choice that emphatically modified the direction of Diddy's vacation. This turn causes a commotion and fills bits of gossip about a cozy arrangement among Diddy and Davis, a disputable and murmured charge about the idea of their association. Such stories add layers to the flow dramatization, recommending that the associations and impact at play are more complicated and shadowy than they show up right away. Where has it purportedly Diddy got kneeling down for Clive Davis in 1994? And that is the way Awful Kid Records came to fruition. There were eyebrows raised over Clive Davis' choice to advocate Awful Kid Records. Clive himself has been open about his underlying questions in regards to Diddy. He's referenced the way that Diddy persuaded him that Hip Jump was going to assume control over the top 40 diagrams, an idea Clive saw as implausible at the time. It was Diddy's presentation of Craig Max's 1994 banger Flava in Your Ear, and the infamous B's initial works that at last got Clive to see the expected through Diddy's eyes. In spite of Diddy being a youthful and moderately unpracticed visionary in the business anyway, the situation starts to get interesting, with claims from Puma Reich proposing there was more behind Clive's supporting than only a faith in Diddy's vision for hip-hop. Right has questionably claimed that Clive's help was important for a hazier, more complicated relationship web, including Andrew Harrell and Diddy alluding to double dealing and control inside the business influence elements. This account adds a shadowy background to the beginning